Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to all of you. I'm Dr. Tanzeela Sheikh here to present the topic oral mucous membrane. This topic belongs to your textbook of oral histology 10 kids 9th edition. This is chapter number 10. The objectives we are going to cover in today's lecture include the definition of oral mucous membrane, the functions of oral mucosa, the components of oral mucous membrane, and also the types according to the site. The definition of oral mucous membrane is that is the moist lining that covers the oral cavity and its structures. It is also known as oral mucosa. The functions that oral mucosa perform includes protection, sensation, the thermal sensations, secretions, and temperature regulation, absorption, and excretion. All these functions are performed by oral mucosa and they have a significant importance. The components of oral mucosa. Oral mucosa has different components. The first is the oral epithelium that is composed of superficial layer. In the diagram you can see the superficial layer which is highlighted by the arrow. The next is the beneath the superficial layer we have the intermediate layer, and beneath the intermediate layer we have the basal layer. All these three layers combine to form the oral epithelium. Below the oral epithelium we have a connective tissue known as lamina propria. It is basically the structure that has reticular and papillary structures. Beneath the connective tissue, which is lamina propria, we have the submucosa, and below the submucosa we have muscle attachment. So these are the components of oral mucosa, which basically comprise of epithelium, connective tissue, mucosa, and muscle. Now we are going to discuss the types of oral mucosa. Oral mucosa is divided into three types depending upon the site. The three types includes the lining mucosa, the masticatory mucosa, and the specialized mucosa. The lining mucosa is present on the buccal, labial, alveolar, and soft palate, whereas the masticatory mucosa is present at the attached gingiva, the hard palate, and the dorsal surface of tongue. The specialized mucosa, which carries the sensation of taste, is present on the dorsal surface of tongue. Okay, the topics we have covered up till now include the oral mucosa's definition, which is it's a moist lining. We have seen it from different functions, and it is classified as masticatory, lining, and specialized in different categories. Yeah, along with that, we have seen it has different components, which includes epithelium, which comprises of three layers, the lamina propria, which has the connective tissue, which has different constituents, and the submucosa. Below that, it also had a muscle attachment. This was all about the oral mucous membrane that we have discussed up till now. In the next lecture, we are going to proceed further the details of each mucosa type. That's all for today's lecture. Thank you. Any questions will be appreciated.